Hello, welcome back to the Collegiate Cub. Now, today's video is going to be talking about the League Championship Series, both in the National and American Leagues. I'll spend just a little bit of time on the National League Championship Series since that series is almost over anyway, with the Phillies, of course, having a 3-1 lead over the Dodgers. Then I'll spend a little bit more time on the American League Championship Series, where the Rays hold a 2-1 lead over Boston. Alright, as far as the National League Championship Series, like I said, the Phillies have a 3-1 lead over the Dodgers, and I think that they're going to go ahead and clinch that series tonight in Los Angeles. They've got Cole Hamels going against Chad Billingsley for the Dodgers. Now, during the regular season, these two pitchers were pretty equal. They both had ERAs in the low threes. Hamels had 14 wins, Billingsley had 16. They both had 10 losses. They were pretty close as far as that goes, but thus far in the playoffs, or at least with their last games that they pitched, Hamels only gave up 2 runs in Game 1, and he went 7 innings, whereas Billingsley in Game 2 only went 2 1/3 innings and gave up 7 earned runs. Now, Billingsley's not that bad of a pitcher. He's not as bad as he pitched that night. That said, with the hole that the Phillies, or that the Dodgers rather, have already dug themselves, I don't see them coming back and especially winning tonight with Hamels, who in my opinion is one of the better pitchers in the entire National League, on the mound. So look for the Phillies to win tonight, take the series, and advance to the World Series, where they will play the winner of the Rays and Boston, of course, who, like I said earlier, the Rays hold a 2-1 lead over Boston. Their Game 4 is also taking place tonight, and Andy Sonnenschein will be throwing for the Rays against Tim Wakefield of the Red Sox. Now, again, during the regular season, these two guys matched up pretty well. Sonnenschein had a 4.38 and Wakefield had a 4.13. Now, this is probably the worst pitching matchup you're going to see in the League Championship Series between these two teams. Both teams pitch very well, and for both teams, it's kind of rare to see, especially in the playoffs, a starter going out there with a 4-point ERA. But Sonnenschein, I think, will actually have a slight advantage in this game against the Red Sox. Now, that might sound surprising. A 4.3 ERA against the Red Sox usually probably wouldn't go too well, especially with as well as the Red Sox have hit this year. That said, though, the Red Sox throw out a very left-hander heavy lineup every game, and Sonnenschein, over the course of the regular season, held left-handers to a 7.29 or a .729 OPS, whereas he only held right-handers to a .784 OPS. Now, OPS, of course, means on-base percentage plus slugging, and that's just kind of a overall hitting statistic that shows that he's held lefties just a little bit better than he's pitched to righties. And I think that bodes well for him, considering on any given night the Red Sox have between 4 and 6 starters who are going to be hitting from the left side of the plate when there's a right-hander on the mound. Now, Wakefield, on the other hand, has not pitched a single game the entire playoffs thus far. He was not needed in the Red Sox 3-1 series victory over the Angels, and I think tonight he'll be just a little bit rusty because he hasn't started a game now in over 2 weeks since the playoffs have started. So I think these two things combine to give the Red Sox a little bit of a disadvantage going into tonight's game. I think if the Rays can put up some early runs, 1 or 2, 3, 4 runs up for Andy Sonnenschein, I think he'll cruise through this game, and we will see the Rays with a 3-1 lead. Now, going into tomorrow's game, or Game 5, it will be Shields against Matsuzaka. Matsuzaka, who was lights out his last time out, and that game, as far as I'm concerned, is a toss-up. Either way, I'll give the Rays the advantage in tonight's game, and I'll say that the Rays win the series. Let's go for 6 games. Rays win the series in 6, and we're going to have a Phillies-Rays World Series. I'm sure the TV ratings guys will love that. Anyway, don't forget to check out the links on the side over here. I've got thecollegiatecub.blogspot.com, the blog for this video page, as well as the link to some of the stats that I used in today's video, baseballreference.com, amazing website. Leave a comment, check out the sites. Thanks for coming.